And we're back. No, it's not of the smell, it's of the thing that is smelling.
This...
Looks like a wine jug.
This was no accidental fire, he says solemnly. This was an act of sabotage. The forward hold is a food store, yet I find this oil jug and these soaked rags upon the floor. Someone on this ship is prepared to risk his life to stop us reaching Doranor. You both stare at the burned rags as they hold the answers to your question. Suddenly, a cry from up on deck breaks the silence. Ship ahoy! Ship off the port bow! Grabbing his sword and telescope, the captain disappears through the door and up the ladder to the deck above. Do you wish to follow him, or would you rather do a quick search of his cabin?
Let's follow him. Let's not steal from the nice captain.
I'll bet you $5 that it's pirates.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason why we should be on deck and not in the cabin.
Oh well, I say we follow the captain to see what the hell is going on.
Right. It seems a bird has flown, says the captain, pointing to a long boat moving swiftly towards another ship on the horizon. She flies no flag, and her hull is of a strange shape. I never before seen the like. You watch as the longboat reaches the mysterious ship. As if by magic, a sea fog appears from nowhere and engulfs the vessel. Moments later, both the ship and the fog have disappeared. Roll the die.
The fuck?
The fog.
Double meaning. No, wait. No,
5.
The crew starts to whisper. You hear the words ghost ship and cursed voyage, but the muttering stops when the captain's voice booms out an order for all hands on deck. Only the creaking of the timbers can be heard as Captain Kelman climbs to the rear deck towards the crew. Men, we are 3 days' sail from Port Bax. The fire has robbed us of our provisions, and our fresh water has been fouled. We shall have to steer a new course for Raggadorn, where we shall make good our repairs and replenish our stores. That is all. That should show up on your map, if I remember correctly.
Yep, Raggadorn.
So that's where you're going now. The crew seems pleased by the captain's announcement and set about their duties with renewed vigor. Then the captain turns to you. We are about 8 hours from Raggadorn, my lord. My orders are to see you safely to Port Bax and pass you into the care of the Sumlending Consul, Lord Lieutenant Brygar. But time is not our ally, and I fear the repairs may take a week or more to complete. When we drop anchor, you will have to find your own route to Doranor, by sea with us or alone by the coast road. As you return to your cabin, the king's word haunt your thoughts. 40 days, Lone Wolf. We only had the strength to stand against them for 40 days. You do not have long to complete your dangerous mission. As dawn breaks, a fierce storm rises and you are woken by the violent rocking of the ship. The floor of your cabin is abash, and the shouts of the crew can hardly be heard above the howling wind. You quickly dress, gather up your equipment, and make your way to the deck. You are soon joined by the captain, who takes hold of your arm and orders you to return to your cabin. Suddenly, as you start to go down, there's a thunderous crack, as, high in the rigging part of the man... there's a wayward comma there, kind of threw me off. As high in the rigging, part of the mast snaps. You look up to see the shattered pole falling towards you. Roll the die!
Better roll quickly, otherwise we'll get squashed.
4.
You dive backwards, but only just in time to avoid the falling mast as it smashes straight through the deck. You stagger upright and peer into the mass of shattered timbers. Pinned beneath the broken mast is the lifeless body of Captain Kelman.
Damn.
As you stare in horror, a loud crack fills the air as the storm breaks open the already damaged hull of the Green Scepter. As the ship breaks up, you are hurled over the side and into the raging sea. Gasping for air, you claw your way up to the surface, but strike your head on a hatch cover. Lose 1 endurance point and pull yourself onto this makeshift raft.
The elements really hate us at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you...
I'm sorry, we have to take a break now.
Ah, the lasagna?
Yep.
Right. We await this with Lone Wolf, a wash and see, having to stop because he has to go to see his lasagna. How the hell he's going to do that amid sea, I don't know. But he's going to do it, gosh darn it. We'll be right back. Right, so you just knocked your head against hatch cover, but you found your lasagna. So,
Well,
that's always something. Anyway, if you're wearing a chainmail waistcoat, you must discard this now or you will surely drown.
Oh,
God damn it.
damn it.
So, yeah, reduce your max life by 4. And that would probably... Does that mean you also have to reduce your current life with 4 or just your max? We'll just say the max life.
Yep.
Well, at least we still have a shield.
Yep. In the grey light of the storm, you watch as the broken ship sinks beneath the heaving sea. You're feeling dizzy and very sick. Hanging on to the cover with all your strength, you gradually slip into unconsciousness. When you eventually awake, the storm has passed. The only trace of the green scepter is the hatch cover on which you lie. By the position of the sun, you suppose it to be late afternoon. In the distance, you can see a small fishing boat, and beyond it, the coastline stretches out along the horizon. Do you wish to use your cloak to try and signal the fishing boat, or would you rather just ignore the boat and paddle towards the shore? Oh, and Rana, you do remember regeneration every time there's a choice, right?
Yes.
Good, just want to make sure.
So that gives us 27 at the moment.
We could use some help, couldn't we?
Yeah, and the shore's
Yeah.
behind the fishing boat anyway, so they're gonna see us.
Yeah. Just signal them.
Right. You're desperate, wave your kite cloak above your head until you're near to exhaustion. Roll the die.
8.
You conclude that the crew are either blind or have no intention of rescuing you. The fishing boat continues on its course out to sea and, without seeming to notice you, disappears over the horizon. Pulling off a loose plank from the hatch cover and using it as a makeshift oar, you set about paddling towards the shore.
Yeah, I hope those guys get eaten by a kraken.
When you're only 50 yards offshore, you slip into the waves and swim towards land. When you finally reach the beach, you sink your fingers deep into the wet sand and slowly claw your way up to the beach for the shelter of some dunes. You're exhausted and very hungry. The only possessions that you have saved are your gold crowns, your backpack, and any special items that you did not discard in the storm. Any weapons or backpack items that you possessed before the storm have been lost.
God damn it.
Oh, crap.
But you kept the shield, at least.
Alright, fine. We got the shield, but we lost the warhammer, the sword, and...
But you do know what that means with the backpack items, right?
That means all our food.
Is right down feeding the fishies. Yep.
But our sword and hammer, that wasn't in our backpack. We'd be carrying that elsewhere.
Nope, any weapons.
Oh, yeah, right.
So yeah, but you have a shield.
Oh yeah, fine. We're just going to go up to a door. Hey, Mr. Doe, I would totally hit you in the head with a sword, but here's a shield instead.
Yes. However, a few hundred yards away, you notice clumps of small twisted trees laden with purple fruit. If you have the discipline of hunting, you may use it now.
Fine.
Otherwise, you can either eat the fruit or leave it alone and take an endurance hit.
Yeah,
We have hunting.
yeah.
The
We say hunt.
The training that you received in the art of hunting has taught you to recognize most of the poisonous and non-poisonous fruits to be found in northern Magnamund. These purple fruits are lanuma, a sweet and nutritious food. You quickly eat your fill and then store enough of them in your backpack for 2 meals.
Good. Write that down, Rana. 2
All right.
meals.
Two meals.
Beyond the lanuma trees, you notice a wide coast road that disappears towards the east and the west. East or west?
Well,
Oh,
Let's see. Let's go east.
we are going. Yeah, we're going east. I just turned my map into a mirror, apparently. Yeah, let's go east.
to the east.
You walk for over 3 hours along the lonely coast road before night begins to fall. You're very tired, and you decide to get some sleep and continue at dawn. You remember the tales told by your Kai masters of the wildlands between Sommerlund and Durinor, where packs of wild dogs roam the wasteland at night. With these stories in mind, you decide to spend the night in the safety of a large leafy tree at the edge of the road. Your rest is very refreshing. You recover 2 endurance points.
Let me see. That brings us back to full health, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Although you awake to a cold and rain-swept dawn, the branches of the tree and your kite cloak have kept you warm and dry during the night. Looking along the coast road in the distance, you can see a wagon heading towards you. You can either jump down from the tree and flag it down, or jump onto the wagon when it passes by.
I say
Let's try
we
to
try.
flag it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than just go, hello, I'm here, and then just risk shocking people.
Yep. No reason of making more enemies that we necessarily is gonna have.
Yeah.
It is a large passenger wagon similar to those used by highway travelers of Summerlund. The driver pulls the horses to a halt and stares at you from under the wide brim of his hat. You ask where he's bound for. We're bound for Ragaddon. Due there by noon today. The seat will cost you 3 gold crowns, but you can ride on the roof for only 1. You can either pay 3 gold crowns for getting into the wagon, 1 gold crown for sitting on the wagon, that's on the roof, or if you don't want to pay, you can walk.
Ragaddon, is that to the east or to the west of where we are?
Well, given that the ship was heading towards Ragaddon before it sank, I would say you would be on the west side of Ragaddon.
Good, let's just sit on the roof.
Alright, we pay him.
I'd actually say let's get into the bank so we don't have
Okay,
to
fine,
sit in
okay,
the rain.
Alright, what say you that we pay
3.
him those 3? Yeah, okay, fine. We hand over 3 of these gold coins.
Inside the coach, it is warm and dry. Shaking the rain from your kite cloak, you notice 3 other passengers on board. 2 women and a man who is snoring loudly. One of the women looks up and smiles. And picture time! Be right back.
Snores like a chainsaw.
Okay, and the camera's on again.
Okay.
So yeah, there's we're encountering a lot more pictures this time around.
Yep.
But yeah, these are your fellow passengers.
Well, 2 of them. One, the 2 women.
Well, yeah, one must be sitting beside you.
Yeah.
I see.
We should
So-
we should reach Ragaddon in 6 hours, she says, placing her basket on the floor so you can sit beside her. You learn that she lives in Ragaddon, and she tells you a little about the port. Since Killian the Overlord died 3 years ago, Ragaddon has been ruled by Lachlan, his evil son. He and his mercenaries are nothing but pirates. They bleed the people dry with their heavy taxes, and if anyone complains, they are quietly disposed of. It's a sorry state of affairs. If you take my advice, you'll leave Ragaddon as soon as possible. During the journey, you must eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points.
Well, we will probably have to eat
Let's
that
just
meal.
eat a meal.
Yeah, I
Oh,
doubt
no.
you can jump out of the wagon to hunt for something.
We probably could, but then it will probably take 3 coins more for us to get back in.
Probably. Just eat your fruit. Then in the distance you hear a bell tolling. You look out of the window to see the city wall of Ragaddon. The coach passes through the west gate and pulls to a halt. As you jump to the ground, you are greeted by the awful smell of this dingy seaport. A rusty sign nailed to a wall says, "Welcome to Ragaddon."
Great.
It's a scum of hive and villainy.
Thank you, Obi-Wan.
Don't you mean it's a hive of scum and villainy?
I know what I said. I just wanted
At
to
any
know if
rate-
any of you would catch it. The woman tells you that you can board a coach to Port Bax at the coach station near the east gate of the city. You can either go there north through Westgate Lane, south through along the west bank, or east through Axe Lane.
I do not really trust anything related to Axe, just saying.
Well, let's just head east again. We have to get east to get out of the city.
Well, that would be through Axe Lane then.
Oh well.
Don't worry, we have a shield.
Yeah, we have a seal, but yeah, better get out of the city before you run into Long John.
Well, we might also want to get some new weapons here. There might be a shop somewhere.
Okay, good idea, but
Let's look for a shop on the way.
Right.
Yep.
okay.
But it's Axe Lane you choose, or what?
Yeah. I go for Axe Lane then. Although I do
Okay.
not trust it.
The
What
Robin
was the names of the roads again?
Northern Way is Westgate Lane, South is the West Bank Walk, and East is Axe Lane.
Well, let's just go east then. Axe Lane.
Yeah.
Right.